Choose to set the example of kindness and integrity, the example of compassion and understanding. There's a quote that says, no matter how educated, talented, rich, or cool you believe you are, how you treat people ultimately tells all. Integrity is everything. It really is. Who you are is far more important than what you have, and it will always be. Who you are is measured by how you make others feel. Be kind to each other. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Choose to be the change you wish to see in the world. Decide you will not wait for someone else. You will set the example. Be kind. Because you never know how much that person is suffering inside. You never know the difference your words can make, the difference your presence can make, the difference you can make to one human life. Be the reason someone believes in the goodness of humanity. Be the reason someone else decides to make a difference in others. Be the influence you want to see more of. Always do what is right, not what is easy in the moment. Kindness spreads like a virus. When you do good to another, that person does better to those they come in contact with. You really can make a big difference in the world today and every other day. Anne Frank said, in the long run, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit. No one has ever made themselves great by showing how small another is. Be kind and always build others up to the best of your ability. Treat everyone with the same level of kindness that you would like for yourself. Not because everyone is nice, but because you are. Because karma makes no mistakes. Because it is right. Because you have integrity. Because you want this world to be better when you leave than when you arrive. A.D. Williams once said, imagine what 7 billion humans could accomplish if we loved and respected one another. Just imagine. Imagine if there was no greed. Imagine if there was no comparison. If everyone was running their own race, but cheering for all others at the same time. Maybe we'll never see that in our lifetime. But what we all can do is start with ourselves. Start with yourself. Choose to lift others up. Choose to set the example of kindness and integrity, the example of compassion and understanding. There's a quote that says, No matter how educated, talented, rich, or cool you believe you are, how you treat people ultimately tells all. Integrity is everything. It really is. Who you are is far more important than what you have. And it will always be. Who you are is measured by how you make others feel. Be kind to each other. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. Choose to be the change you wish to see in the world. Decide you will not wait for someone else. You will set the example. Be kind. Because you never know how much that person is suffering inside. You never know the difference your words can make. The difference your presence can make. The difference you can make to one human life. Be the reason someone believes in the goodness of humanity. Be the reason someone else decides to make a difference in others. Be the influence you want to see more of. Always do what is right, not what is easy in the moment. Kindness spreads like a virus. When you do good to another, that person does better to those they come in contact with. You really can make a big difference in the world today and every other day. Anne Frank said, in the long run, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit. No one has ever made themselves great by showing how small another is. Be kind and always build others up to the best of your ability. Treat everyone with the same level of kindness that you would like for yourself. Not because everyone is nice, but because you are. Because karma makes no mistakes. Because it is right. Because you have integrity. Because you want this world to be better when you leave than when you arrive.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are doing well today. If possible, please can we have all of you's camera on? Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm Nishita from Starlink Business Solutions Limited. Okay, and today we have our soft skills session with Miss Rekha, who is a Raja Yoga teacher, okay, with many years of experience, and even she even did several soft skill sessions with us. And today's session will be for respect for ourselves and also respect for others. And when you're okay, we can start the session.
So may we start?
Yes, you can.
Thank you, Nishta, and thank you, Starlink, for inviting me to take this 1 hour online session with you, youth. And it is Lakshmi, the director of the company, who contacted me a few weeks back that she wants me to have an interactive session with you on respect for self and respect for others. As part of your training, I know that you're connected with this company for training. And as much as the physical skills you have joined the company for to learn is important, that much important are these soft skills that makes you ready on the field of work at your workplace, because we need both skills. As we are human beings, and wherever we will be posted or wherever we choose our career to lead us to, will be together with other people. And as human beings, we are made up of two parts, our physical life, but also our very intimate personal life, the soft part. So each individual have got a hard part and a soft part. It's like a PC which has got the hardware and the software. And we are meant to deal with our own hardwares and softwares, and also work with others and learn how to deal with and respect the nature of other people. So it's very important to think about this soft part of our life. And as we interact or meant to be interacting with others, it's important to understand that part of human interaction and human dynamics. So today will be a very interactive session. As I have said before, I don't know if you have been with me in the previous sessions. I don't like lectures, neither to listen to lectures or give lectures. I prefer interactions. And so it would be lovely if you could put your cameras and microphones on, because it will be very interactive. It is through human interaction, I believe, that we learn more. Of course, we learn from books, we learn from talks and speeches, but it becomes more real and practical as we interact, because in interaction, we are sharing our own experience and welcoming experiences of others, and this allows growth. So thank you for making time for this session, and I hope to finish in an hour. And I will be sharing a short video with you, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. I wanted to have a test, but could not. I hope it works. So am I allowed to share my screen? Yes, I think I'm allowed. You give me a minute. Just to trigger our thoughts on this very important theme of respect. I know all of you have got your own experience of this valuable part of life called respect. You might have been reading on respect, or reflecting yourself personally on respect, or maybe talking about respect to others, or reminding others about the value of respect. So that is why we all have come here on this platform with our own experience of respect. And this is what we're going to share, learn, and grow together. And I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot from you. And that's why I encourage interaction. So let me see the film. This is just a trick. So if you can see my screen and hear the sound. Can you all see and hear? Well, I hope you've been able to capture your own meaning of this very short video, which I searched out and found very interesting on YouTube. it speaks a lot on the value of respect in life. And I won't question you on the film. It was just to start triggering our thinking and feeling about this value called respect. We are all aware of the world in which we live, the society in which we live. We're well aware of our surrounding. And at moments we witness respect around us. It could be at home, workplace, study place, society, wherever you are. And there are moments where we are really pained because we see the absence of respect. And we want to see change around us, but we don't know where to start and what really need to be done. Sometimes we feel we can do something because we want respect around us, and sometimes we feel helpless. This is what we all experience when we look around the state of the world and society around us. So you've been seeing on this video moments of respect and also moments of disrespect, and how we as human beings react to that. I'm now going to share a short PowerPoint, which is going to trigger us now to speak out and share our hearts on this virtue and learn together. I hope you're able to see the sharing of my screen. So this is a short awareness session, interactive on respect. And when we talk about or think about or discuss about respect, we can see respect from this different perspective. We can analyze respect at different levels. As we say, we come here with our own baggage or experience with respect. It's not a new word or a new concept or experience for us. We have all in our lifetime experienced respect and also a lack of respect. And we know what it means. We just want to allow some kind of thinking and sharing at a deeper level so that we're able to develop certain skills or certain ways in which we can handle both and encourage the positive side, that is the how we can enhance and how we can promote respect, and how we can help to address experiences of disrespect in our life. So I move to the next slide, and my first question to all of you and also to me is, based on my whole life experience, from wherever I want to start in my life, where my memory can lead me to as I make a flashback of my life. I go back on the track of my life, wherever my memories start. If I analyze my whole life, and we all have experience with respect, what is the very simple meaning that I could give to this virtue or value of respect? So what is my personal definition or meaning to this word? I don't know if you have a notebook or a sheet of paper or maybe on your mobile. You can just reflect on that, but if you wish to write a word, a sentence, a phrase, you can also do that, because that helps us think at a deeper level. So what is your personal definition of respect? When you think about the word respect, what comes to your mind? Because respect is at different level. It could be respect for myself, respect for others, respect for family, respect for the law, respect for people, respect for environment. I don't know, when you think of the word respect, what what aspect of respect comes first to your mind? I would like you to take note. It can be a written note or a mental note. What is my personal definition of respect or idea of respect? What comes first to my mind is what I value most, because respect is very vast. And now I invite one or two among you just to share the very first thought that is coming to your mind. I encourage you to interact, to speak, and use any language in which you feel at ease to express. So no worries about any language barrier. I just want you to share. So any one or two among you would like to share what is the very first thought that comes to your mind when you start thinking about respect?
I think when it comes to respect, the first word that comes to my mind is understanding. That's what comes to my mind first.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you. May I call you Cedric? Okay.
You may call
Thank
me
you.
Damien if you want.
Okay, Damien. Okay. Thank you very much. I totally agree with you. I'm sure everybody agrees. So part of respect is understanding. This is a very powerful word. Anybody else would like to share the first idea about respect? We might be having more ideas, but the first one speaks louder. And so it has a certain value or meaning to our life. Yes, anybody else? Maybe I would call a few names because I don't know you. I would come to know you by calling out your name. Excuse me, that looks very disrespectful. I see Mahima. Any idea you would like to share, Mahima, about your first idea on respect?
Accept somebody for who they are.
Accept somebody for whoever they are. Thank you very much. If you could put your camera, that would be interesting, nice. I would feel like, it would be more lively. Thank you. And you can keep your cameras on, no worries, if you wish to, no force. Nishta, would you like to share what is your first idea about respect? Would you like to? Or anyone else? No, not ready. You can also type on chat. If you feel a bit shy to put cameras and microphones on, you can do it on the chat. Okay, I move to the next. I've been looking for different meanings of respect by different people who have given their time and energy to reflect on that. And I've just picked two out of so many, which spoke to me a lot, which I'm sharing with you. So I read somewhere these two sharings on respect, and I invite you to read. So every human being has innate worth. Everyone in the world has the right to live with respect and dignity, including me. I don't know, but maybe let us ask ourselves the question, what happens to us when people give us respect? How do we feel? How do we feel when we are respected by somebody? I'm sure it generates some feeling. It makes us feel worthy, feel alive, gives us all a feeling. We all in our life have been able to have that beautiful experience of being respected by someone. And we all know how beautiful that feeling is. And in fact, when we talk about respect, yes, it's a word, but more than a word, it's a feeling, it's an experience. And we all love that and look forward for that. And we feel very bad and sad when we don't have that feeling by others' behavior or lack of respect towards us. We're all searchers. We search for such feeling of dignity, of feeling worthwhile, of feeling useful when people give us respect. Now imagine, I've asked you to think about an instant in your life where somebody gave you respect and what kind of feeling it triggered in you. Now let us imagine everyone did that to everyone in this world or in our country or in our family. What would happen? Let us imagine if everyone did that. Giving respect to each other and triggering that beautiful feeling of being worthwhile and useful and being someone, being special. How would the world be different or the country be different? Can you just note it down in your mind or on your sheet of paper or notebook if you have any piece of paper available? What would happen if we generously trigger that kind of feeling in each other by just giving them respect? How will our country be different? How would my family be different if I start triggering that kind of beautiful, wonderful feeling of being worthy of dignity by just, behaving, acting, or even speaking something that others feel they are being respected. Others are receiving respect from me. Now, what will happen to my family with that, with everybody feeling respected? And how my workplace, or if you're studying, my study place would be different if everyone gives respect to everyone. What do I see happening at the workplace or study place? So what do I see happening in my country if there's exchange of respect? And what do I see happening at my study workplace if everybody gives respect to each other? And what I see happening in my family at home when everybody is giving respect to each other. How would it be different from what it is actually? Of course, we are imagining it, but in our heart, it's everyone's dream. We all dream such a home. We all dream such a workplace or study place. We all dream such a society or a country. We all dream such a world. But I always remind myself and always share it in all my sessions that it's wonderful to dream, and it's not normal that we don't dream. We don't have dreams or imagination. But with every dream that we have or vision that we hold starts a responsibility. So if I wish to see respect in my family, if I wish to see respect at my study workplace, if I wish to see respect in my country or society, then because it is my dream, so somewhere this responsibility starts with me. And there is a beautiful connection between respecting myself before I'm able to, share that respect with others around me. So let us imagine a world of respect. I invite you for a short imagination activity. You can call it meditation or imagination activity. Yes, we are triggering our thoughts, but when we sit in silence and imagine consciously, then what happens is that it not only trigger our thinking, but also start triggering our feelings and experience. It makes things more real. To brainstorm about, think about is good. But the next step is allow that feeling to emerge, that experience to emerge, because when that experience emerges, then it becomes more concrete and real. So I invite you for a short 1 or 2 minute I hope you're still with me. There was a connection cut. You all here? You okay? I share. Okay. I'm really sorry. There was a connection problem. Okay, I share the PowerPoint. So I invite you to just sit back on your chair, relaxed. Eyes closed, de préférence, but you can also do it eyes open. I'm used to open eye imagination or meditation. Even if you've never imagined or meditated, you can still try. And I'm sure we all imagine, we all dream, we all meditate or just have a silent moment with ourselves. So this is what we are going to do. Let us have a meeting, a personal meeting with respect. Allons se transporter dans un monde de respect et se donner un rendez-vous avec le respect. So you just sit, relax on your chair, eyes closed. Let me see if I can share some soft music. Sinon, the host was sharing a beautiful music. I don't know if you can share that music with us. Can you? There was a beautiful music you shared before the program started.
Yes, I can.
You can do it without music, but it would be beautiful to be accompanied by some soft music. Okay, I'll just be guiding you into that imagination so that our minds don't run, astray. We all focus on the same thing. So I sit back, relax on my chair, my eyes closed, and take a few long, deep breaths, because that opens all the doors of our brain and our mind. So 2 or 3 very deep and long breaths. You do it as per your capacity. So I breathe in deep and long, hold the breath, and then gently I blow it out through the mouth. It helps me to turn in, to be focused. It stops distraction of the mind. It allows me to silence my mind. So I breathe in long and deep, and then blow out through the mouth. And breathe in, and then blow out through the mouth. Now I return back my breathing to normal. I rest my body and rest my mind and focus on a world of respect. Let me imagine that mentally I'm making a journey into a world full of respect. That's my personal, my own world that I create in my mind, that I wish to see. I pray to happen, a world of respect. So what do you see in that world, in your world of respect? Observe carefully. What are the things present in your world of respect? What are the things you see, you want to see? And imagine yourself in that world, living and breathing that respect. How do you see people? What are they doing? How are they behaving? How is human interaction? What are they doing to share respect to each other? In terms of words, in terms of actions, in terms of decisions. And how is interaction of humans with animals around, with nature, with the environment? How are they showing respect to environment and nature and to other forms of life? Respect among humans and respect towards other forms of life. How is respect being shared among different communities, ethnic group, religious group? Different nationalities? How are people respecting laws, principles? What are you doing in this world to contribute to respect? How are you inside and outside? How are your thoughts, your vision, your speech, your actions, your decisions, your attitude? How are you contributing to respect, to a respectful world? How are you feeling while receiving respect and giving respect to your surrounding and to people around you? How is it helping life and people's performance? How are you contributing to a world of respect? At home, at your workplace, in society, in your country. So I breathe in respect and allow that respect to fill my whole being, and gently breathe out respect, and I share it to the world. Now gently I remove that vision or erase that vision of the world of respect from my mind and bring my mind back to this current world, the real one. Now gently you can take a deep long breath and open your eyes if they were closed and do some gentle movements with your body. I encourage you now to write at least one thing on 3 different aspects. The first thing I want you to write on is, in your world, the world that you have created, imagined in your mind, your world of respect, what did you appreciate about human beings? So what was your appreciation of human beings, human interaction? dans ce voyage imaginaire que vous avez fait, dans cette méditation, quelle a été votre appréciation des relations entre les humains, relations humaines? What did you love most about human interaction? It could be a word, a phrase, or a short sentence. Let it flow naturally. You don't have to think hard. It's not a test paper. It's not a questionnaire. Okay. And second thing I want you to take notice, what did you love about the interaction between humans and nature? What did you appreciate most about the interaction between human beings and nature? And the third, which is quite important, and maybe you have to think a little harder, how were human beings in your world of imagination giving respect to themselves or showing respect towards themselves? So how would you define self-respect of human beings in that world of respect? So I would like a few among you on this today on this Zoom to share, and maybe I encourage those who have not spoken to please share with us, because sharing will allow a lot of learning and growth. It will open new doors and new perspective to our idea or value of respect. I'm sure you're going to learn. You already know a lot about respect and self-respect, but I'm sure you're going to discover and learn more when you share and listen to others. So I encourage other participants to please share. You can share anything you want. You want to share on human relationship, interaction between human and human, or you want to share about human and environment or other forms of life, or you want to share about self-respect, you can share anything. It could be just a short phrase, a short sentence, anything in the language you wish. So please, I don't like calling names, so I wish if you could interrupt and offer yourself, volunteer yourself to share. We are not a big group here, we are very small, so let it be interactive. So what would you like to share about this imagination exercise? Allez-y. Romesh, would you like to share? Vous voulez partager? Are you here?
Yes.
She's
Mon expérience, d'après mon expérience, ce qui Ça qui me pensait, moi, que tout le monde peut vivre en harmonie parce que si y a un respect, pas qu'on a la guerre.
Okay. So in your imagination, you saw a world of harmony because of respect. Beautiful. Thank you. I want you to take note of all the virtues that you're voicing out that is connected to respect. I recall understanding from the first round of sharing by Damien, and now I'm holding on to that word harmony. And keep a list of all these virtues, especially the one you voiced out, because it means that's strong in you and you're just allowing it to, come out, and you're giving life to that a virtue that is strongly connected to respect. Yes, Krishti, would you come out share? Krishti?
Oui.
What was there in your world of respect? What would you like to share in touch with?
Need to vivre dans un plus happy world.
Which believe then world, a much happier world than we are today. So
Oui.
you saw happy people, and you
Oui.
saw happy life, and you saw happy nature, and you saw a world of happiness, which is the result of respect. Très bien.
Oui.
Thank you for your sharing. So let us retain the word happiness. Tajuddin, I hope I'm pronouncing your name well. Can you please share? Are you here? Biari? Monsieur Biari? Tajuddin? Yes, you can type on chat, no problem if you can't open mic. Share anything you would like from this imagination activity. Okay, maybe he'll take some time to type, and in the meantime, we can listen to Yutashna. Yutashna?
Ah oui. Je connais beaucoup kindness dans le monde. Helping
Okay.
each other easily.
More kindness, more helpfulness, easily helping each other. Okay.
Yes.
So helpfulness, kindness, and easiness. Please take note. And Lamiki is your Starlink. Like I can't read your name. I'm reading Starlink. If you can share, can you introduce your name, please?
My name is King. There would be harmony, no conflicts, and no hatred among people.
So no hatred, no conflict, more harmony. Votre nom, s'il vous plaît?
Sing.
Pardon, sing?
Road.
Okay. Would be good if you can rename, because I'm reading you as Starling. Okay, beautiful. Damien, would you like to share anything?
I think what impressed me the most about this world was how clean it was. Not clean as in, the streets are clean, but everything, the atmosphere, everything felt clean.
Okay.
But if that makes sense.
It is making sense. Everywhere you see cleanliness, not only the physical cleanliness, but also the non-physical cleanliness. Maybe people have a clean mind and clean intention and clean actions. Cleanliness is very vast, and I can catch that sense. So a world of cleanliness. Thank you so much. Your reflection has been very deep and you have been able to connect respect with other virtues. You know, respect can be very subtle. It's not something physical you can see, you can touch. And but the respect is connected with many other virtues that looks more concrete, visible, tangible, doable, is easier to practical, easy to make happen, like you know, no conflict, acceptance, etc., etc. So there are certain virtues which are very deep and subtle, like respect. And but they are always connected with other virtues, more real and concrete. And when we start working on the other virtues, then respect start becoming visible, start becoming, you know, practical. It's just like just an example that is coming to my mind. When I say how to give respect to someone, it can look very, you know, imaginaire. But if I say, let me be kind to that person, let me show kindness, it's more real and practical. But in fact, what is kindness is giving value and respect to the other person. So this is how, when we start, you know, thinking deeply, then virtues, we are, you know, principles, we are very invisible and subtle to our human practical life. When we start, you know, thinking deeply and with a broad mind, we start getting many ideas to make it real, practical, concrete, because all virtues are interconnected. And so I would encourage you after this session to keep giving yourself some time and having an appointment with respect. And I'm sure you'll find it more practical and real, or find means and ways to make it real and practical in areas of your life where you feel it missing. We all have different journeys. Some among you might find respect very difficult at home and much easier at workplace. And some among you might find it much easier to give respect to others than to yourself, have self-respect. And so we all have our own, you know, stories and our own life experiences. And in some areas of our life, or some aspect of our life, we find respect very easy and very natural towards certain people, but with certain, in other situations, or with certain other people, it becomes very challenging. And it's good to, you know, to keep reflecting and storming our own brains and hearts, because that start making things more real, and practical solutions start coming into our minds and our hearts, where we can, you know, do something about respect, especially when we feel that lacking in human interaction, or in any interaction in any area of our life. I'm sure we all have challenges in our life, and they're all connected with giving or not giving respect, either it was from your side or from the other side. And if we're able to address those challenges and find solutions, then we'll all experience happiness, as you said, understanding, as you shared, and harmony and lack of conflict, and more kindness, and so many other beautiful things you have been sharing, which is the result of some work that we need to do. So I can't just, you know, sit back, hands crossed, and say, yes, this world, and we start, you know, fixing the world in our mind, that the world is going to remain like this, and people are going to stay like this, and that we can do nothing about, I can do nothing about my home and my family. I can do nothing about my relationship. I can do nothing about my workplace. And we fix, you know, we fix things in our mind, and by fixing things in our mind, we're also fixing, you know, that situation and not really resolving it. But when we kind of start reflecting and meditating and thinking deeply with a broad mind and believing, the most important is believing in respect and believing that you can do. I love the beautiful video you were sharing before my session started on respect and believing and faith. And it said somewhere in a quote that most important is if you're believing in anything, then possibility happens. Nothing is impossible if you believe. And we all believe in respect. We know that there is a lack of respect in our society, country, and the world, but we believe in respect. And we want to see it happening. That is why this is what I imagined in my head, in my mind. And if I'm imagining a world of respect, it means I believe in that. But just that there's a gap between what is in my dream and belief and imagination and the real world. And who is going to fill up the gap? It's my dream. It's my responsibility to do things to fill up the gap. And the benefit of filling the gap, that is finding a solution to scenes and instances of disrespect. If I start working towards solutions, then I will be the first one to benefit. Of course, others are going to take the benefit of resolving the issue of disrespect. But I'm the first one to take the benefit. I'm the first one to be happy. I'm the first one to feel contributing worthwhile. I'm the first one to get respect, to get the respect I want. And so forget about trying to do something for the world, forget about trying to do something for your family, but just if you start thinking of, let's start, looking for solutions, practical ways in which we can increase instances of experience of respect for ourselves and in our surrounding, then I'm sure if we believe in that, and if we believe in being a solution, instead of fixing things, sometimes we can resolve things, but we fixed our mind. Nothing can be done. So remember, what you think is what happens, is what becomes. So I encourage everybody around me. I always encourage them, don't fix things in your imagination. Don't fix things that I can change. Nothing can be done. Because when I fix it here, I'm not going to do anything to change things around me. And if I fix it here, it means I've already fixed it there, that this world is not going to change, or that person cannot be changed, or there is no solution to the issues in the world. So that is why when we do reflection and imagination, we remove the fix and we start opening doors to possibility. We are, comment je vais appeler ça? We are humans with incredible capacities. Comme Einstein dit à plusieurs fois, l'humain, s'il avait seulement 4% de sa capacité à résoudre les problèmes, à trouver des solutions. Nous jusqu'à présent, only 4% of our capacity to resolve things around us. It means that all the capacities are inside. But I should allow the inside to come out. I should allow my full, total self, total capacity to be used for myself and others. And so such interaction, such sharing on values, don't consider that to be, people qui peuvent rien bouffer. Mais les autres réfléchissent au respect, l'amour, les autres réfléchissent au monde meilleur, parce qu'ils sont des dreamers. I strongly believe, because I've been practicing that for a long time in my life, and we all have incredible capacities, but we just need to, allow the door to open and develop and exploit those capacities, tap those inner capacities, and use it to serve the world. Because why are we sent here? Why am I here? I have a purpose. I have something to contribute, but I just need to, open all my capacities. So I thank you for your sharing on this piece. I go back to, I'm not going to hold you for too long. I'm going to go back to my presentation. I really would like to emphasize on the word self-respect. Parce que par rapport à ce que moi, je témoigne autour de moi, it is very difficult for someone qui a un respect pour lui-même, pour donner respect aux autres, à la nature, à la vie. It's difficult. When I see people, giving or showing respect for life around them, I understand that it's because that person knows his or her value. her innate worth, et que cette personne a un grand respect et valeur pour le soi. C'est pourquoi cette personne arrive à partager ce respect et de pouvoir d'avoir la possibilité, la capacité de partager le respect aux autres. And so these two are very much connected. The connection between self-respect and giving respect to others. So if I see people unable to give respect to others, unable to give respect to nature, to other forms of life, to systems, to principles in life, then I understand somewhere that person lacks respect for himself. That person doesn't know his worth or value. The person doesn't know what he or she can contribute to make a difference to their own life, first of all, and make a difference into the life of others. So I strongly believe in a very, very strong connection between self-respect and respect for others. And the whole issue of self-respect, this is another class. This is another reflection. What is self-respect? Que veut dire le respect pour le soi? Est-ce que je me donne à moi-même le respect que je dois me donner? Comment je le fais? Am I giving respect to myself? In what way am I giving respect to myself? Do I know my value? Do I know what is my worth? And the moment I start answering that question, do I know myself? Do I know my value? Do I know my importance? Do I know my contribution? Do I, before expecting others to respect you, to value you for who you are, to consider you to be valuable, before expecting that from others, we should ask ourselves, am I giving myself that value, that sense of worth? And the one who is able to value himself or herself and consider himself or herself to be very special, to be very worthy, and to be valuable, and to be able to contribute and make the difference in life of others in the world, that only that person can really, in a practical way, be able to give respect to others and life around. So I won't take much of your time. I know I just have a few minutes to end, but I wish you could take away just one word as an outcome of today's session. And that one word is self-respect. And I'm sure if you take it as your takeaway and you give some time, it could be just a few seconds daily to think about how you are giving yourself respect. I'm sure that is going to take you a long way towards your dream, towards the world you have imagined, because sometimes we feel at a loss to see the difference, the gap between what I want to see, my imagination, my dream, and what I'm seeing. There's a large fossey, and we don't know where to start. But self-respect is a very powerful starter, because ça déclenche beaucoup d'autres choses. We start concretely seeing how we're contributing to respect or not contributing to respect in the world. So I won't say I'm giving you some homework. You're not children or kids or, students, but you're all adults. I wish to offer it not as a homework, as I'm saying, or a question paper, or a test or assignment that I'm going to check, or Starling is going to check, but as a personal gift, as a takeaway, as a gift for Christmas and New Year. And I'm sure if you take away that gift and play with that gift and use it and enjoy it, admire it, appreciate it, do whatever you want with that gift of self-respect, I'm sure respect that is there in your dream will start becoming real first in yourself, your family, and your surrounding. So I hope you'll accept this New Year gift I'm offering to all of you, each one present, and the gift is that of self-respect. I wish to thank you all, but in particular Starling and Miss Lakshi Megu for inviting me And I thank the technical team who has hosted all this and enabled me to share what I want to share. And I also thank all of you who have participated today. And I hope, of course, it's always when we talk about soft skills and values, we always find that, it has been too short and we need more time and we need more time. But remember, we have all the time that the universe offers us, at least a lifetime. And I encourage you to keep, we call it churning, to keep churning. Churning means, turning it in our mind. Keep reflecting and keep researching on values in life. And this is the light of life. This is what enlightens our life, brightens our life. And this is the light we can share with the world. I know we are all preparing for Christmas and New Year. And both for Christmas and New Year, we'd like to light up our Christmas tree, light up our homes, and light up candles for dinners and parties and get-togethers. We give place to light during those festive end-of-year moment. And I wish if you can take the light of your own self-respect, which is your inner light, and share it with your family and the world around you. So with my best wishes for a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, all the best in your life. I don't know if we will be meeting or having the chance to meet you and share with you next year, but I wish you all the best. And if ever you have any question, any issue, query about self-respect and respect, please feel free. I can ask Starling to give me 2 or 3 more minutes if there is any question from your side.
Yes, of course. If anyone has any questions, you ask Miss Rekha.
I hope it has been easy for you to follow me in this session, to understand what I want to share. I hope the message has passed. And I wish before we break and we leave, if you can just share one word, what you're carrying back, what you're taking away with you before we close the session. Just one word from your part.
Well, I would like to thank you on behalf of Miss Lakshi and also Starlink for this beautiful session of today. And also, we really appreciated your time, your precious time you've invested for this session today. And if anyone can say anything to Miss Rekha?
Maybe a word from each one of you before we close. Just a word. Damien?
I guess acceptance.
Acceptance. Very good. Alice, Christy, Tajuddin, you can also type on chat. Romesh, Yutashna. Anybody? One word? I don't know if you will meet each other, but it's a chance to greet each other for the new year.
Well, most of us work from home, so basically,
It's a chance to get greet.
Yes.
Okay, good. So my best wishes to all of you, all the best, good luck. Maybe we meet next year. And I wish you you take away the gift and share it with your family, the gift of self-respect. Thank you very much, and all the best.